know our next guest as one of the stars of the TV hit The Morning Show. What a show that is. But Gugu Mbatha-Raw is back with a new drama we think you're going to love. You love it already, right?
I am so hooked already. It's called Surface, and here is a little sneak peek of what to expect.
Gugu, I'm in already. Like, 1 minute and I'm in. I'm like, OK, let's just cancel the show. Let's show the whole thing. Yeah, welcome to the sofa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. I watched the first episode last night. I am so hooked already.
Oh.
Tell us a little bit about it then, without giving any, obviously, major spoilers.
Of course, yeah. Well, Surface is this juicy psychological thriller based around my character, Sophie, who, as you saw, has had this accident where she's lost her memory. And she lives in this luxurious house with seemingly the perfect husband and the perfect wardrobe. And one day she leaves the house and meets a man who sort of alludes to the fact that maybe the accident that she had wasn't as simple as she thought, and maybe she can't trust her husband, and there's, you know, did she jump or was she pushed kind of thing. So then it spins off into this whole investigation as she's trying to figure out the truth of her life.
Gosh, and you kind of approached the preparation for this character a bit differently, didn't you?
Yeah, well, it's interesting. I mean, I've never played a character that has no sense of memory or sense of self before. And, you know, normally when you're building a character, you're thinking about, you know, their experiences and their whole life and their backstory. But I couldn't do that with Sophie because obviously she has no memory. So it was an interesting process. And also being on board early on as an executive producer on the show, which was a first for me, meant that I could, you know, prepare in a different way, as well as an actor, you know, preparing and thinking about the show as a whole.
Yeah. Your characters, they have a lot going on.
Yeah.
I mean, we're huge Loki fans.
Yeah, thank you.
Loki's just so brilliant. I just love that whole Marvel stuff. But to be here, after being in The Morning Show, to feel familiar...
I know, it's really funny, actually.
It's not the same. Can I just say it's not the same as The Morning Show?
It's not the same, but there are elements, I was just saying, walking onto the set, it totally flashes me back to filming that show and this whole world and meeting the booker. You know, my character, Hannah, was the booker. And so, yeah, it's kind of strangely familiar being here.
Yeah.
It's actually interesting. I watched The Morning Show with my wife, and it did make you think about your behaviour as a man and, you know, just not invading people's space, because the key character in that is... Well, he's a dodgy old character, let's be honest. I don't want to give too much away because people might still have to watch it.
Yeah,
he's amazing in it, isn't he?
He's so brilliant. And, you know, it was a heavy storyline, but I think an important storyline because of the conversations that it generated. And, you know, as much as the show is really glossy, I was really, you know, proud to be a part of something that... you know, addresses some of the issues in our world and in the workplace.
Sorry, just one last, because I'm an addict on it. Jennifer Aniston.
Oh my gosh!
Show.
I know. I mean, I was the biggest Friends addict growing up. So
was I.
Yeah.
Did you keep wanting to call her Rachel? Because I would so do that.
And I'd be like, be cool, be cool.
Yes.
No, I mean, you know, such an inspiration to me. I pretty much learnt my American accent from watching Friends as a teenager. So it was very surreal to work with her. And of course, Reese Witherspoon, who's one of the producers of the show and also one of the producers of Surface.
Yeah, I was going to say, what was it like teaming up again? Because obviously you've been together on The Morning Show and together on this one, and of course you're exec producing this as well.
Yes.
How was that?
It's been an amazing journey, you know, I have to say, you know, coming from The Morning Show and working with Hello Sunshine, Reese's production company. They're just so brilliant at empowering women and, you know, the stories that they tell, from Big Little Lies to The Morning Show, Little Fires Everywhere. You know, they have such strong female characters. So, so yeah, it was great coming from The Morning Show and then having, you know, a shorthand with them for Surface.
What's it like when finally people get to see Surface? I guess you filmed it probably a year or so ago, and you have to sit on it. Is there a relief finally getting out there and people being able to watch it?
Yeah, it's so exciting. I mean, you know, I put so much into this, not just as an actor, but like you say, behind the scenes. And we filmed in San Francisco, which is just so iconic, and Vancouver for about 6 months last year. So it's really special that the world can finally see it now.
Yeah. And how was it filming? I don't want to give too much away. I'm being such a fangirl here. But how was it filming that underwater scene? Because That looked quite complicated to do.
Yeah, it was intense. I mean, I've watched underwater scenes on film and TV my whole life, but never had the chance to do one. And working with our director, Sam Miller, who's British and, you know, incredible, did I May Destroy You and Luther, you know, he would say to me, oh my gosh, you're screwing up your face. Like every time I jumped in the water, it was a reflex, you know, I think it's...
How can you not do that?
Exactly, you know, you don't learn about underwater acting and what it does to your face and your body and, you know, so every time, you know, and he'd be like, look, you really are screwing up your face, come and have a look at the monitor. and I was. So, you know, it took a little bit of training.
You needed a week of Wim Hof.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my gosh. But I'm glad it wasn't cold. I don't think I could have done it in freezing cold
Is it
water.
done in a tank? Or...
Yeah. I mean, not to spoil it too much, but yes, because obviously for safety and there's divers and to control the lighting and the environment, it's all done in a tank. But yeah, it was an amazing challenge, so I can kind of tick underwater acting off my list now.
You still are having the most amazing career.
Oh,
I mean, the stuff you're doing is just such good quality.
Yeah.
And it's constant. You're just so busy at the moment. You must be just loving life, right?
Yeah, you know, it's been amazing, and I have to say, you know, I've been working for a long time, and it's really joyful to be at a place where I feel like I've got a bunch of different projects that, you know, have different styles and different energies, and you know, Surface, as I say, you know, was such a big challenge, not just acting-wise, but also just the style of it is so original, so I'm really excited about it.
We've actually got a picture here of you getting your MB with Prince Charles.
Oh my God.
You really are unstoppable, aren't you?
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago, back in 2018, I think. I went with my parents to Buckingham Palace, and it was so meaningful for them.
Yeah.
My mum's watching. Hi, Mum.
Hey, Mum.
Hi, Mum.
Hey.
But yeah, that was a really special moment to be there and celebrate with them.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us.
Keep going.
Thank
you.
Keep giving us the good stuff. We love it. It's brilliant.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.